Hey everyone, welcome to another Skin Talk Live. Today I'm going to be answering the question, when do I need to start getting serious about my skin? So this is a question that I've gotten many times, and I'd say the average person doesn't really know or think about this question a lot. So I figured today would be a good day to make this video and to see what you all think and for me to tell you what I think. You can't wax your beard, Amir. Just don't do it. Okay, so getting started. A few days ago, I asked on my stories what age you all thought that people should start getting serious about their skin. And the responses I got were 12, 20, 25, and 30. So which one of those is the right answer? It's all of them in their own way. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. So when it comes to the topic of getting serious about your skin, I'm going to be kind of talking mostly about age prevention because usually that's what people think about when they think about skincare. A lot of it has to do with, well, skincare, I want to make myself, look young or look young again. And so age prevention is really the topic I'm going to be talking about today. Hope that's okay. If you have another topic, just leave it in the comments and I can answer it or talk about it later. So, age prevention. I want to start by saying that, of course, aging is natural. Everyone's going to do it. And it's not something to be ashamed about. In fact, it should be celebrated because, you've lived. And that's awesome. So, Amir, you're distracting me with the comments. What can I do to make myself look older? I'm not going to answer that today just because it's kind of off topic, but I'll get back to you on that. So, age prevention. There's two things that have to do with aging. The number one being genetics, and the number two being how you treat or don't treat your skin in your day-to-day activities. So, of course, with genetics, what I like to do is ask people to look at their parents or grandparents, look at them, see how they're aging. Do they look younger than they actually are? Do they look older than they are? Do they look about right? That's a good kind of basis to go off of. So for me personally, my parents have aged very well. So I know that I can probably wait a little longer to start the age prevention if I want to. I probably won't, only because I love skincare, and anti-aging skincare is one that, I don't use it, but it's something that all people like to use. And a lot of clients who are older use anti-aging, and I want to have that experience of using it. So I'll probably start using anti-aging products in like 2 years when I'm 25. Anyway, so genetics. Look at that first, but you also want to keep in mind the day-to-day factors that have to go with aging as well. So one of them being smoking. That is a really big factor in premature aging or accelerated aging. So if you're looking at a parent or grandparent and they look a lot older than they are, but they're a heavy smoker, then you shouldn't completely base yourself off of them because they do something that accelerates aging a lot. And the next one, probably the number one, is sun damage. So that's why everyone says sunscreen is really important to wear because, it makes you look old. When you have wrinkles and you have dark spots, if those get too out of hand, you're going to start looking older than you are. So that's why it's good to start as soon as possible with sunscreen. And even if you're not wearing it now, start. Every day counts. And you also want to reapply it and use it correctly, but we can go into that later. So I figured that I would go through those responses and kind of talk about what you can do at those ages to start, getting serious about your skin. So let's start with 12 years old. So as a 12-year-old, most 12-year-olds don't really need to obviously worry about anti-aging or anything like that because they're young and they should enjoy being young. At that age, I would say to start, getting serious about your skin, you would, start using sunscreen often. And I know that's easier said than done. I'm not a parent myself, but I have nephews and, I've grown up with them, or they've grown up with me. And I know that it's not easy to get sunscreen on children. So it's probably a little easier once you're closer to the 12-year-old range, but it can be really difficult. So just do your best. Most kids are outside a lot, so that's why using sunscreen at 12 is really important, because you're probably getting more sun exposure than like the average person would be. And then other than that, you should also do like a basic skin routine. So cleansing, moisturizing, sunscreen. That's it. You don't need to do more than that. And that's because kids tend to have really good skin because, one, they haven't lived that long, so they don't have all those years of, sun damage and pollution, and hopefully they're not smoking. And they also have quicker cell turnover. So the average adult has about 28 days it takes their skin to turn over. Kids are much quicker than that. And that's why as adults, we need to supplement with exfoliation with products weekly just to kind of speed that along. But so yeah, for 12 years old, I would say sunscreen, cleanser, moisturizer, that's all you need to do. And for 20, that is a good age to start with using stronger exfoliations that are used more often. Because at that point, your skin is starting to slow down with your cell turnover. You're starting to lose a little bit of collagen. It happens. I think after you turn 18, the collagen starts going down, down, down. So it happens. But exfoliation is a great thing that you can add to your routine. Besides, you can use the same thing, cleanser, moisturizer, exfoliation, and of course, sunscreen, definitely. And around that age, you'll usually start to see dark spots from when you're younger pop up. Like for me, I get dark spots like right here from my cheerleading days in high school and a little before high school. I wasn't very good about wearing sunscreen and I was outside constantly. So I definitely have sun damage, and that's okay. But I try to, help myself not get too crazy with it in the future by wearing sunscreen and reapplying it a lot. So that's really, at 20, I'd say, I'm acting like it was so long ago for me. At 20, you could also be dealing with acne. So that's another thing you could add on to your routine, is like a salicylic acid serum or something like that. I'd say at that age, you can start using more stronger exfoliations and stronger products, but you don't want to use it like too often or too overboard, because then you just start damaging your skin barrier. And then for 25, so I always told myself, this is kind of a side note, I always told myself when I was 18 graduating from SD school, I told myself that the second that I see a wrinkle, I'm going to get Botox, because I just want to use that as my preventative, care. So a lot of people do that when they're younger, before they start seeing lines pop up. They'll get Botox, around here. That'll keep them from developing those lines at all. But once I think I was 21 is when I saw my first wrinkle pop up, which is this one right here, which is just from crinkling my brows all the time. And I was like 21. I'm thinking, okay, I don't think I'm ready for Botox yet. It's just one wrinkle. I'll just wait till it gets a little worse and then I'll do that. So along with that, I kind of told myself, okay, when I'm 25, that's a good age that I should start, using anti-aging products. And, I turned 23 like 2 months ago and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to be 25 in like 2 years and I'm already going to be using anti-aging products. Like, gosh, it kind of stresses me out to think about. So now that I'm closer to 25 than I am to 20, I gotta say, I might not even start at 25. I think I'm just gonna wait until I wake up one day and I go, okay, I think it's the day I'll start, using anti-aging stuff. I guess I should stop calling it anti-aging, because really it's age prevention. Anti is just kind of a harsh word. And like I said before, aging is great. It's awesome. It means you're alive. So for 25 years old, cleanse, exfoliate. You can start adding a hyaluronic acid serum, which is good for hydrating the skin, which, like I said in my last live, it's different than moisturizing your skin. So with hydrating your skin, you are adding water back to your skin. So hyaluronic acid is a common product for hydration because it's something that we create in our bodies naturally, and it binds to water and helps with plumping the skin, smoothing lines, just overall hydration. So that's a great product to add if you're like not really quite there with the anti-aging, but you don't want to like wait too long. So add a hyaluronic acid to help with hydration, to help keep those fine lines from appearing. Because a lot of the times people my age or a little younger will see wrinkles and they'll start freaking out because they think, oh my gosh, I'm 20 something and, I have wrinkles already. Usually it's due to lack of hydration. So, I'm guilty of this myself. I have kind of lines on my forehead that I've been looking at a lot, thinking, wow, I'm getting wrinkly. But really, it's just I'm not drinking enough water. So when you're not drinking enough water, those fine lines are going to be more visible. And that's why you want to, 1, drink more water. Cheers. And 2, you want to add a hyaluronic acid hydration serum to your routine so that the water that you're drinking is binding to that serum and helping with your overall appearance. And another thing that you can start adding on around 25 or earlier, I'm currently using one right now, is a vitamin C serum. So that helps with dark spots. It helps with the sun damage that's coming up from your childhood, from your younger years. Like I said, I'm getting it around here. So I'm currently using a vitamin C serum. I'm using it all over my face. You could just use it as a spot treatment if you wanted to. But that's usually what I would add to a routine for someone who's like early to mid 20s. Because like I said, that's usually when sun damage starts to come up. So you can do cleanse, hyaluronic acid serum, or vitamin C, preferably both, moisturize, sunscreen, and then exfoliation during the week. That's really all you can be doing, along with getting treatments when things aren't shut down, and you can get a facial once in a while. Like, that's completely the right thing to do. I miss giving facials. That's another topic to go on, but and then lastly, 30. So I know a lot of people think 30 is old or 30 is too late to be starting anti-aging products. But the truth is, 30 is very young when it comes to aging. And there's still plenty of time to repair any damage that's already shown up and to prevent more from showing up. So for a 30-year-old, I think the only thing that I would add differently is to add a, vitamin A, like a tretinoin or a retinoid, something like that. You could start using that at 25 if you wanted to, because it also does help acne as well. So if you're getting like the adult acne, tretinoin's a great product for that. But if you want to kind of hold off, it can be a little harsh. So if you want to hold off on that and wait until it's, I don't want to say necessary, but kind of, you can start using a tretinoin or a retinol vitamin A product to help stimulate collagen, to help smoothing out the wrinkles, cell turnover, all that good stuff that, like I said, slows down as you age. So that's a perfect product to add to your routine at 30. And then from then on, the goal is to prevent further damage and to repair the damage that you already have. So as long as you're keeping up with your sunscreen, you're keeping up with your routines, your hydration, your moisturization, sunscreen. I think I said that already. I mean, I don't know how many more times I can say it, but it's really the most important thing when it comes to age prevention. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. I'm gonna just quickly look here. Vitamin A and D ointment, would that work too, or is the D not good? I don't know what that is actually. Is it a prescription? What use at work? I'm not familiar with that product. I mean, vitamin A it's good for age prevention. It's good for dark spots. It's good for acne. It's really good for everything. You could use it for any product. I don't really know what the vitamin D has to do with it, but you can send me a picture or private message about that. We can go into it. But yeah, I mean, it comes in a huge box. It's used for skin problems. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but yeah. Yeah, I'd have to research it, I think, because I don't really know what that is. So I don't want to speak on it if I don't know what's in it or what it's really for. That's okay. But yeah, for anyone who's, still watching, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them down below. Always happy to answer them, happy to answer private messages, whatever you prefer. That's all I really have to say today. I just thought that, this is a topic that I really like talking about, and that's why I thought I'd make a live today. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any suggestions for my next Skin Talk Live, I'd love to hear it. So thanks for watching. Bye.